Hello everyone. So previously we had successfully designed a product review system. So today we are asked to design a movie or video streaming system, right? So let's see what the question states here. Design a simplified movie or video streaming system where users can search and watch movies. Yeah, where users should be able to search and watch the movies and admins can upload or remove movies. Just remember this. This part is very important where users can search and watch movies, admins can upload or remove movies, right? And the system maintains playback history per user, and the system maintains playback history per user, all using in-memory storage, no database. So we don't have to go with a external database. All we have to do is we have to go with a single file, CLI demo, and singleton plus factory design patterns for the modularity. They had strictly mentioned the design patterns as well here. Singleton and the factory design patterns for the modularity. Yep. So this is fine, I believe. So now we are familiar with the question. Question is very easy. Let's do one thing. Let's collect the requirements, right, in detail. Let's go with the functional as well as the non-functional requirements. So here, first functional requirement is user can browse and search movies. User should be able to browse and search movies, right? So this is one requirement. Second requirement, user can play, pause and stop videos. Yeah, this is fine. I guess users should be able to play, pause and stop the videos. So this is one thing. So we'll be conceptually going with this one, will not be uploading any video and watching this one, right? So admin can upload or remove movies. This itself I was speaking actually. Yeah, admin can upload or remove movies. Fourth requirement here is system should recommend movies based on genre. Yeah, they have strictly mentioned here. System should recommend movies based on specific genre. Right. Next, maintain basic playback history for the particular user. Right. So we have to maintain the basic playback history for the particular user. Next, let's move on with the second main thing, non-functional requirements. Yep. So the first non-functional requirement here is high availability and the responsiveness. This we have to take care of. Second one, scalability to handle multiple concurrent users. So we have to deal with the concurrency as well, right? So usually we go with the threading module, right? And the Python scalability to handle multiple concurrent users. The third one, data consistency for the movie catalog. Yeah, data consistency for the movie catalog. So this also we have to take care of. Fourth one and the final one, modular, and it should, the code should be modular and easy. This one easily extensible, right? The code should be modular and easily extensible. Yep. So this is fine, I believe. So these are the functional and non-functional requirements. So based on the requirements that we collected, so I have went with certain algorithm and the particular and some of the design patterns that we'll be making use of within the code actually. That let's discuss the algorithm choice and design pattern choice. Then we can just move on with the concurrency in the data model part. Yeah. So first let's discuss the algorithm choice and data pattern choice. So algorithm choice. So we will be going with a linear search for the simplicity, and we will be going with a first in first out queue for, or the FIFO queue for the recent playback history. For the recent playback history, these two things we have to we will be going with basically linear search and the FIFO queue. Just remember this one, queue as well as the linear search. Nothing but FIFO queue, right? So this is fine. Let's go with the next one. Let's move on with the design pattern choice here. Design pattern choice, we will be going with a singleton pattern for streaming server class, right? For the streaming server class, we will be going with a singleton pattern. Yeah. So again, I'm telling, I have said this one multiple times actually. If you don't know the design patterns, please go through the design patterns, this one playlist, and then you can just watch the videos. We have discussed the main 10 design patterns actually. You can just watch the videos and you can just come back, right? So or else you'll not understand. So you will be asking why we have written the code in this way. Yep. So while writing the code, it matters a lot actually. Again, so we'll be making use of different patterns, singleton, whether it may be factory, observer, strategy, etc. Anything, right? So we have discussed around 10 patterns and we'll be making use of those patterns itself here, right? So just watch the videos and come back. I'm not telling at least to practice, at least watch the videos, try to understand what we have discussed and you can come back, right? So so that you understand the things, why we have written or why we will be writing the code in that way, right? What is the design? So these kind of things you will understand, right? Or else you'll not understand anything. Yep, so this is fine. Next, we'll be making use of the singleton pattern for the streaming server. Next, we'll be making use of the factory pattern as well. Why? To create the movie objects dynamically. To create movie objects dynamically, we will be writing the code, or we will be going with the factory pattern. And we will be going with a conceptual observer pattern as well, uh, to maintain the playback status notification, right? So this is just conceptual, right? So this is fine, I believe. So we'll be going with a singleton as well as the factory pattern, right? So this is fine, I believe. Next, we are done with the algorithm choice and design pattern choice. Yeah. Next, let's move on with the concurrency and the data model part. Yep. Yep. So now let's do one thing for the concurrency. We will be going with threading.log. Threading simulated for concurrent stream sessions. Yeah. We'll be going with the threading module actually in simple terms. We'll be going with threading.log. So this is fine. For the data model, so we will be going with the in-memory storage. We are asked not to go with this one external database. We don't have to worry about it. We can just discuss what we can extend the code with, right? So for now, as we are just going with a single file CLI demo, we can just go with the in-memory storage using Python list or dictionaries, Python list or dex actually. This is fine. No external DB. So we'll be dealing with in-memory uh, mock catalog, right? So we'll be going with in-memory mock catalog, right? So this is fine, I believe. Next, we are done with the two main things. One is algorithm and design pattern choice, and another one was concurrency in the data model part. Now let's do one thing based on what we had discussed in those two topics. Actually, I have designed an UML diagram, right? So let's discuss the same. So we will be going with a user class. Actually, we will be going with a user class which interacts with a streaming server. So this is the base class. Actually, streaming server class is the base class, right? Or the main class actually. So these are all dependent on the this one. All other classes are dependent on the this one. What do we call streaming server class actually, base class or the main class. So user class interacts with the streaming server class, and streaming server class and movie and the payback this one playback class is directly dependent on the streaming server class, right? So these are the classes that we'll be making use of, four classes actually. Yeah, so we will be going with the different methods actually within each classes. So not to worry. So these are the classes that we'll be making use of: user class, streaming server, which is the base class, and movie class and the playback class, right? So you can just pause the video and have a look into it. Now what we will do, based on what we had discussed earlier, so we have discussed a UML diagram. Based on the UML diagram and the other stuff that we have discussed, so let's start writing the code. It's good time to write the code. Let's start writing the code. So let's start writing the code. For the concurrency, we'll be making use of the threading module, right? So I'll just go with here. Hmm, 1 second. So let me go with here from threading. So let's import quite a few things here. I'll just import the thread actually, not the threading, but log actually. We'll just go with the thread actually. This is enough. So let me import time as well, right? So let me import time as well. Yep. So this is fine. First, we'll be going with the factory pattern for the movie class, right? As discussed. First, I'll just go with class movie, right? This is fine. Movie. First, within the movie class, let's go with the initialization part here. Def init. Sorry. Uh, init we have to go with, right? Yeah. So along with the self, I need certain parameters here. One is title, genre, and duration, right? So I'll just go with title, genre. So the third one is this one. What do we call duration actually? So this is fine. So within the initialization part, first let me go with title here and let me initialize this one too. Sorry, not time actually, title. Yep. Next, let me make use of genre here. So, and I'll just initialize this one to the genre. The third one here, let me go with the duration. So let me copy this one and let me paste it over here. I'll just initialize this one to the duration. So this is fine, I believe. Next, what we'll do, we are done with the movie class, right? So let's go with the movie factory class as well. Yeah. So I'll just go with the class movie factory, right? So this is fine. Within the movie factory class, uh, let me do one thing. Let me go with it static method actually here. So within this, first, let me go with only one method, create movie, right? So I'll just go with create movie, create movie. So within the create movie, we have, let's go with the three parameters. One is title, and another one is genre, and another one is duration. Yeah, these three things. This is fine, I believe. Next, within this method, first, let's go with a factory method that creates a movie object, right? So I'll just return here. This is simple. Let me call the movie here. We have already written the class movie. That's the factory pattern, right? You have to know the different design patterns at any cost. So now let me call the title here. Along with the title, let me go with the genre and duration, right? Let me copy the genre here. So this is fine. Let me leave the space here. This is fine. Next, finally, I'll go with the duration. Yeah. Let me copy this one and paste it over here. Right. So this is fine. Next, what shall we do? So we are done with the two classes. One is movie and another one is movie factory. Next, let's go with a singleton factory for the main or the base class, nothing but streaming server class. We have discussed this one already. You can just look into the UML diagram, right? I'll just go with streaming server, right? So within this class, what we'll be doing, the first thing, let's go with a private class level variable for the singleton, right? I'll just go with here instance. This is not showing. Anyways, let me type it. Instance. Mm, let me assign this one to none. Yep. So this is fine. Next thing, initialization part. I'll just go with init here. So along with the self, I don't need anything, I believe. So first we have to prevent the direct instantiation of the multiple servers, right? For that, let's write the simple if condition directly. If actually streaming server, the class name itself, I'll just go with the instance here that we have written earlier. We have set this one to the none, right? Instance is actually not none. Then what we need to do, let me go with the raise actually. Raise, will be going with the exception, right? So let me make use of the keyword raise exception of, let's write something in the this one string. I'll just go with get instance, use get instance, this one to access streaming server, right? So I'll just go with streaming server. So let me copy and paste this one over here, right? So this is fine, man. Next, what shall we do? So we have to initialize the catalog, nothing but the list of movies and the users, right? I'll just go with simple, three simple things and let me initialize this one. First, I'll just go with the catalog here. Hmm, empty list, initialize this one to the empty list. Next, let me go with the users, initialize this one with a dictionary. The final one here, let me go with the streaming server here, the class name streaming server, instance. So I'll just initialize this one with a self actually. Yep, so this is fine, man. Next, let's do one thing. Let's move on with the first main method. This one, first method actually, get instance. Yeah. Let's go with the get instance here. I'll just go with static here at static method. So I'll just go with def get instance. Yeah. Get instance. This is fine, I believe. Yeah. So within this method, so we went with a static method just to ensure single instance of the server. So this is completely singleton pattern. Streaming server class itself consists of the singleton pattern, right? So the design pattern actually, we went with a static method just to ensure the single instance of the server, right? So now let's do one thing. Let's go with a simple if condition, man. If, let me go with the streaming server, this one, this one instance, I call the instance here. This is fine. Is none actually. Then what we need to do here, let me call the streaming server class actually. This is not showing. Yeah, showing, right? So this is fine. The next part, let me go with the return. This is fine. Streaming server. So this is also fine. Streaming server uh, instance actually. Yep. So this is fine. Next, what shall we do? Let's go with the upload movie method, right? So I'll just go with the upload movie method. So let me go with upload movie. Yeah. So this is fine, I believe. I'll just go with upload movie. So let me go with movie actually, right? So let me go with a movie parameter. So here we have to add the movie to the catalog, right? So this is the admin action. Only admin should be able to do this, right? So first let me write in this way. I'll just go with a, we have to append the movie to the catalog actually first. Yeah, I'll just go with catalog dot append of what we have to append. We have to append the movie actually. This is fine. Next, let's print something for the interactiveness actually. I'll just go with print uh, f followed by, so this one will be making use of the string interpolation here. Uploaded, so just let's pass the title actually. Uploaded dot title. Yeah, so this is fine. Oh, we have not uploaded dot title, sorry, movie title, right? So this is fine. Yep, this will quite obviously give the error actually if I give uploaded. This is fine. We are done with this method actually. Upload movie method. Next, let's do one thing. Let's go with a, or let's move on with a remove movie method, right? So user should be able to remove the movie as well. I'll just go with remove movie, right? So let me go with title here. So within the remove movie method, we should be able to remove the movie by title, right? So I'll just go with catalog here. This one, I'll just go with M for M here in catalog. So let me give catalog here. If title or title not equal to title, I'll just call title here. Sorry, not the time actually, it's title. So this is fair. Let me print something for the interactiveness, right? I'll just go with a print. So let me go with the string interpolation here. I'll just give removed. So this is fine. Yep, let me pass the title. Yep, so this is fine, I believe. Yeah, next let's finally go with the last method actually, search movie method, right? So I'll just go with search movie. So I'll just go with along with the self, let me go with a keyword. We need one parameter, nothing but the keyword. Right, so we will be going with this one. We should be able to search the movie based on the keyword itself. So let me consider the parameter keyword here. See, I'll just go with, as we had discussed the same in the algorithm choice, I said we'll be going with a linear search as well as the FIFO-Q, right? So now here within the search movie, let's make use of the simple linear search by keyword in the movie title, just for the searching, just for searching the movie, right? So I'll just go with return here. So again, M for M in catalog has to show, yep, if keyword dot, I'll just go with a lower actually, lowercase actually, this is fine. Or in movie dot title, so this is fine, but I'll just go with a lower, right? So this is fine. Yeah. Now let's do one thing. We are done with a particular class actually, main class actually, or the base class streaming server. Right. So next we are left with only one class actually, that is nothing but the playback class, I think. No, we are left with two classes, right? We wrote only main two classes actually. Factory pattern we used. We went with the movie, this thing, I believe, movie and the movie factory. As we went with this one, we are writing this one class within the class. So this is fine actually, movie class and the movie factory. So streaming server is the second class actually that we went with, right? So this one actually has to be, yeah, this one is wrong, right? This has to be outside actually. 1 second. So let me write it over here. Yeah, this is fine, I believe. Let me format this one once. We are left with only two classes actually. One is playback and another one is movies, right? So I'll just come here. 1 second. Just give me a second here. Mm, we have to go with the user and playback this one classes as well, right? Accordingly with what we had discussed in the UML diagram. Right? I'll just go with class playback. So this is fine. Class playback. So let me go with a capital P here. This is fine. Within the class playback, let me go with the initialization part here. I'll just go with init here. So this is fine. Along with the self, let me go with a this one actually movie along with the self. Let me go with a movie, right? So within the initialization part, each playback is associated with one movie, right? I'll just go with here movie and let me initialize this one to the movie. Yeah. So next, let me go with status actually. Mm, status and initially let me set this one to the stop within the strings actually. Yep. So this is fine. So the next part, let's go with a play method. Yeah. So within the playback, we should be able to play the movie, right? So I'll just go with self here. This is fine. So within the self, first we have to start playing the movie, right? So I'll just go with here status and let me set this one or initialize this one to playing within the keyword. So we are just going with this one. We are just going conceptually here. We are not really playing, right? So this is just the demo by making use of the single. This is just single file CLI demo, right? That is the reason we are going in this way. Yeah, this is fine. Next, let's go with a print statement for the interactiveness. So I'll just go with F here, starting with F. So this is fine. Sorry, F. So let me go with the string interpolation. I'll just give you now playing. So this is fine. Hmm, let me go with here or let me pass movie title, right? So I'll just give title here. This is fine. Yep. Next, let's do one thing. I'll just go with sleep of one. Yeah. So this is fine, I believe. Next, let's do one thing. Let me go with one more method named pause here, right? I'll just go with pause. Let me pass the self here, right? So within the pause method, we should be able to pause the movie again. Let me set the status here initially to paused actually. Yep. So also let's go with the print statement for the interactiveness, right? So I'll just give here this one paused. So this is fine. Let me pass here movie. I'll just go with the title actually. Yeah, let me go with the title. Yep. So this is fine. Next, let's do one thing. Let's go with the stop method actually. I'll just go with stop. Uh, we have to stop the movie as well, right? I'll just go with status. Yeah, I'll just set this one to the stop, right? So I'll just go with stopped here. So this is fine. Let me print something for the interactiveness. So I'll just go with F. So let me give here stopped. So this is fine. Let me do one thing. I'll just pass here title. Yep. So this is fine, I believe. Yeah. So next, what shall we do? Let me go with a class user. So I'll just go with a class uh, user actually. So within the user class, first let's go with the initialization part. So this will be init. Along with the self, I need one parameter, nothing but username, right? Let me go with username. So first, let me initialize here. So let me copy this one username. Let me paste it over here. Let's initialize this one to username itself. And I'll just go with the history. Let me initialize this one to the empty list. Yep. So next, let's do one thing. Let's go with a watch actually. Watch method actually. Within the watch method, um, we have to create the playback instance for the movie, and also we have to run the playback in a separate thread actually, right? So in simple terms, we should be able to, or we have to simulate the concurrency. Yeah. And finally, we should be able to add the movie to the user's watch history, right? These three things we have to do, and this is going to be the last method, right? So within this class, and also this is going to be the last method, right? So this is fine. Let me go with def watch here. So within the watch method, I'll just go with the parameter movie, right? Movie. Yep. So this is fine. First, we have to create the playback instance for the movie, right? So I'll just go with playback here. Let me go with, sorry, playback class. So let none of this one caps lock. This is fine. 1 second. So yeah, let me pass the movie here, right? So this is fine. Next, we have to run the playback in a separate thread, right? So in simple terms, we have to simulate the this one concurrency, right? So just give me a second here. So let me do one thing. I'll just paste this one over here. So this is fine. Next, let me do one thing. So we have to add the movie to users watch history, right? I'll just go with history mm, dot append of this one title actually. Yep. So we have added the movie to the user's watch history. So this is it for the code month. This is it for the code, right? So we have made use of the factory pattern as well as the singleton pattern mainly. Yeah. And we can just in the future, if you're extending the code, we can just make use of the conceptual observer pattern as well. Yep. As discussed, right? So now we are done with the coding part. Usually I get the demo usage or the example usage from the Google. Let me do that. Just give me a second here. So let me come here. Let me paste it over here. First, what we are doing within the main actually, we are just going with a movie streaming system demo, right? So this is just like a title within the output, right? First, we are getting the singleton instance of the streaming server. This is the base class or the main class, right? Streaming server, which is of the singleton pattern actually, design pattern. This is fine. We are just getting the singleton instance of streaming server. Next, admin uploads few movies using movie factory, right? Using movie factory dot create movie. What are the movies here? Inception, Interstellar, as well as the Dark Knight, right? So sci-fi, this one, this is action actually, and 148, 169, and 152. This is fine, I believe. Yep. So now what we are doing, we are just going with the upload movie of M1, M2, and M3, right? So we are just going with M1, M2, and user uploads few movies using the movie factory, right? So we are uploading these movies, Inception, Interstellar, and Dark Knight. This is fine. This is genre, right? So this is genre. Don't get confused. Next, we are going with the this one. We have to create the user. So we are calling the class user here, and we are creating the user named Bharadwaj, my name, right? So we are going with the user Bharadwaj here. Next, we should be able to search for a movie by keyword, right? So that is the reason we have written the search movie method, right? Here, one second. Within the main streaming server class actually we have written the we are this one making use of the linear search, right? To search the movie by the keyword. We discussed that one earlier. So we are just calling the search movie. Which movie we are searching? The first one actually, Interception, right? So if found, which user watches it, if results, then we have to display the user's playback history, right? First output we have to get here. We are uploading three movies. Uploaded this one, Inception. Uploaded Interstellar. Uploaded The Dark Knight. This one we have to get output first. So now what we are doing after this, we are creating the user. This is fine. We are searching for a movie with a keyword. So we are going with a Inception actually. And after finding the movie, this is present actually. Inception is present, right? So we have to get the output now playing Inception. Then we are stopping actually. Right, so then we are stopping actually. Then a stopped Inception. These two things we have to get. Finally, user playback history. We have to get Inception because user Bharadwaj has watched the movie Inception. Yeah, so let me do one thing. So this is the output that we need to get here, right? So let me give clear screen here. Let me enlarge this one a bit. Yeah, this is fine actually. Yep. So let me keep this one from the demo. This is fine. Let me give Python followed by the file name dot py, right? So I'll just copy this one entirely. Let me paste this one and let me hit the enter. Right, see here, movie streaming demo, uploaded Inception, uploaded Interstellar, uploaded The Dark Knight, now playing Inception. This is fine. User playback history is Inception, right? So we are getting the desired output as discussed. We are getting the desired output as discussed. So whatever the code that we have written works absolutely correct, right? So now we have discussed the code, whatever the code that we have written, and we have discussed just now we discussed this one as well. What do we call output part as well? And we have got the desired output. Now we can just move on with the further things. Let's do one thing. Let's discuss the limitations for the code that we have written. Yeah, let's move on with that part. So the first limitation here is no real video streaming, right? So we are just going conceptually or network layer simulation, no real video streaming or network layer simulation. We are just going conceptually, right? So no recommendation engine. We are not making use of any recommendation engine logic beyond the basic genre match, right? Beyond the basic genre match actually. The third one, no persistent storage or authentication module. We are not going with the persistent storage or the authentication module. The fourth one here is thread safety is not enforced for the shared catalog access. For the shared catalog access, we are not going with any thread safety. Thread safety not enforced for the shared catalog access. So these are some of the limitations of the current code. This is fine, I believe. Then let's finally move on with the last topic, nothing but alternative algorithms and the trade-offs. The first point here is this one. We can just go with a try or indexing, right? So here for the movie search, we can just go with a try or index lookup for faster queries. Yeah, we can just make use of for the this one actually. Yeah, for the movie search actually, we can just make use of the try or indexing lookup for the faster queries, right? So this is one of the thing. And we can just go with a ML model. See, for the recommendation actually, for the recommendation actually, we can just go with a ML based collaboration filtering for the personalization. Yep. So this is one of the thing. And the third one here, so I'm speaking of the async IO, right? For the concurrency part, we can just go with a this one. Async IO or the asynchronization input output or the distributed microservices, right? So this is for the concurrency, right? For the concurrency, we can just maintain async IO or multi-processing for better scalability as well, or we can just go with a distributed microservices as well. And the final one here, we can just make use of the Redis or SQLite, right? Or we can just go with a NoSQL database for the real data storage. That also we can do, right? So this is fine. The final trade back here would be, so current version is lightweight, no doubt. We are just going with a single file CLI demo, but it is not completely scalable for the production. Just remember this one. We are just going for the demo, right? So we are just solving the problem here. That's it. That's what we are doing. Yep. So these are some of the alternative algorithms and the trade-off for the summary part. Yep. So this is fine, I believe. So I hope whatever we have discussed till now is completely clear along with the coding part and the UML diagram. Yep. So I hope whatever we have discussed along with the coding part and UML diagram is completely clear, right? So next, what we'll be doing, we will be designing booking or reservation system, right? So for now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.